a little trip, take a little trip, take a little trip with me. Hi, my name's Nate Johnson, and I'm the founder and CEO of GLCS, and this is the Driving Forward Podcast Tuesday trip. It's been a while. Thanks to everyone that we got to spend time with on our travels over the last few weeks. It was absolutely epic. I had a blast. We get to do a few conferences here and there. Actually, quite a few conferences here and there, but doing a few back-to-back. That was a lot of fun. It was tiring, but a lot of fun. Some of you did them along with us, and we got to experience that together. At the end of that trip, I was really tired, but I'm blessed to have so many freight friends and be able to meet so many different people, talk with so many people. We look forward to continuing to bring forward content like that in the future, live, and also you'll be seeing a lot of clips coming out from the various interviews that we did. There's a lot of interviews that you haven't even seen yet. So we spent time with people that we couldn't bring live at that time, and we have a lot of interesting things coming up soon as well. So a few things I wanted to talk about today on the Tuesday trip, just items that resonated with me over the last couple of weeks. One I think was great. Or I think the phrase popped out at me on Sunday, and that is, whatever you're facing, you don't have to do it alone. It doesn't matter if it's hard times or if it's good times. And for some of you that are listening to this, you may understand what I mean on good times, because it can be difficult to celebrate your good times with certain people. And some people just don't understand. And we're in an interesting industry. You may be a business owner. It's hard to be transparent with certain people because they just don't understand. And I was in a few discussions in the last few weeks where someone wanted to celebrate a win, but had to do it in a very particular way. And it's nice to be transparent. It's nice to have that group of people that are going to understand you and take you for who you are, and just understand that they may not fully grasp your win, but because you want to celebrate a win, because it's something that you feel is important, they're going to just prop you up. And those type of people you need to hold closely. They're important to keep in your life. Now, those same people that you can celebrate those wins with, that are also around during hard times, that you need to be able to spend time reflecting with, that you can call on for advice, that when you need help from are available to you. Those people are precious. And over the last few weeks, I got to speak to a few people that are in my life that way as well, and potentially develop a few more people like that in my life, and that was special. So find your people and hold them close. Know who they are. Some of these people come in and out of your life, and I think there's the analogy of the tree and the branches, where you have these solid relationships, and some of the branches are weaker and they come in and out as the wind blows and whatnot, but the more solid relationships are the stronger branches. And then you get into the trunk of the tree, which is the foundation of your life and your family. But hold on to those relationships, develop those relationships, and be reciprocate on those relationships. That's how they develop. And if you don't know who those people are when you're first initiating, if you don't know who the people are that you can you can open up to. My first initiator is, you can see it in their eyes. You can just simply see the fire in their eyes when you're talking to them on how passionate they are about what you're talking about. So, and I happen to typically be a pretty open person when I start talking about these things, especially when I'm talking with other people. So once again, whatever you're facing, don't do it alone. Hard times and good times, celebrate them, talk about them. Business owners, employees, leadership, etc. Do it together. You're stronger as a team. Another discussion I had this week that I wanted to bring forward on this Tuesday trip is, I was on I'm not going to name where, but I was in a smaller group discussion, actually a couple of times, and a particular group of people in that, it was the same group of people that came up in this discussion, and this group of people is fairly large, and they can be somewhat tumultuous, and they're talked about a lot. And my point to everyone who seems to be speaking about them was, they're not doing anything slanderous. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. They're actually being factual in all of their information for the most part. I know of nothing in a large way that's being stated from a slanderous fashion. They just have a different point of view than likely the majority, but there is a large number of people that they represent. So, and there's, that got me to reflect, because I'm speaking about potentially one particular group, but in whole, I think this applies to many organizations, many different social organizations and political organizations, and just lots and lots of different groups and people throughout the country, where we hold different opinions than other people. And lots of people will get out there and complain about it, and we'll talk about it behind various different veils and curtains. And my comment back to everyone was, if you don't like the platform that they have built, if you don't like the platform that they have built and the megaphone that they speak through, and the soapbox that they stand on, then build a bigger soapbox. Make your own platform. It is 2024. There's a little thing called the internet and social media. And if people want to listen to you and your point of view, you can stand on your own soapbox pretty easily and speak. Now, that also being said, I know that attacking another group is usually not a wise idea. So just simply speaking the truth and putting it out there, putting facts out there, is always going to speak quite loudly. Facts, being truthful, and just stating helpful information. But create your own platform. Go out and look at other platforms that maybe already exist and support them. But don't talk in small groups and just continue to complain about current scenarios. Actually take action. While I'll talk with you, or I'll guide you through some of these scenarios, there's a lot of energy expended here. And I'd love to see that energy focused on building the industry, building the various platforms that do exist out there, and bring that forward. There's plenty of them. If you need any ideas, if you need some direction on where to go, reach out to me. I know plenty of organizations that are always looking for people that have some energy behind them and that want to drive things forward. But with that being said, I'll kind of wrap up that. So once again, though, two major points. Whatever you're facing, don't do it alone. Hard times and good times, you're better off with a group of people. You're better off with your core group of supporters. And the second one is build your own soapbox and support the organizations that are out there. And there's a lot of them. If you don't know where they are, reach out to me, reach out to your employer. They typically know a lot about this. We're happy to have a discussion around it. This Thursday at 1:00 Central Time, Robert Bain, Jenny Malafarina, kind of my road crew. We'll be going over some of the interviews that we conducted, some of the stories we had on the road. I think they'll be going over their dumpster brought experience that I didn't get to experience, but it's just the stories that we had happen over that 10-day road trip. The people that we met, I think there's a variety of different discussions and people that we met and lots of experiences. And then we're also going to compare the conferences that we've been to this year, which is quite a few. Jenny and Bain and I have been to every conference together, I believe, this year. I'm not going to make it to TIA. Bain's going to TIA with a couple other people from GLCS. And I'm not going to make it to that one, so that'll be the first major conference of the year that I'm not making it to. But we're going to talk over the conferences and then strategies that we're going to take next year at these conferences that are different, or at least that we're thinking about taking next year that are different than what we did this year. The following Thursday, I guess I have my little slide for. That's the wrong one. Technical difficulties. That's the right one. So that's this Thursday, 1:00 p.m. Central Time. Jenny Malafarina, Robert Bain, myself. The following Thursday, Ben Wiesen from Carrier Logistics. He's the president of Carrier Logistics. Ben has been in transportation logistics over 30 years. We'll be talking about his history in the industry and his knowledge of the LTL industry. He has a lot to say on the subject. He's been with Carrier Logistics a very long time. He's a great guy to talk to. Very excited to chat with Ben. That one's going to be a fun one. If you've made it this far, please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, whether that's on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever. We appreciate that. It helps us out. Make sure that you find stuff going forward. Following TIA, we have Broker Carrier Summit coming up. Broker Carrier Summit, we are looking for anybody to come, carriers, brokers, but especially we need some carriers. So if you are a carrier and you're looking for some help, some strategies, how to work in the industry, with sales strategies, with technology strategies, use that code GLCS for a 10% discount. But the information's up there, brokercarriersummit.com. Love to see you there. Additionally, we have another Minnesota social coming up. We don't have the date yet. It will be in May. Keep your eyes open for that date. There'll be potentially a new name and branding for it, as well as potentially other locations, other cities that will be holding it in. So that should be fun. We've been talking about a Cleveland, Ohio, Phoenix, a Chicago. So it's very possible that we'll see it in a few other locations in the near future. So with that being said, we went a little long this Tuesday, but appreciate everyone watching. Once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And we have the podcast once again Thursday at 1:00. Appreciate everybody watching. So stay curious, stay informed, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Until next time, drive forward with purpose and innovation. Thanks for watching.